Stewie, get down before you hurt yourself.
Shut up! You're not my mother!
Good God, are you all right?
Brian definitely needs a doctor, Stewie's new head, and I feel like Peter's been fired from a lot of medical jobs. Get ready to laugh and hopefully learn a little, because today we are breaking down some of the most outrageous medical scenes and unhinged injuries from Family Guy. Let's dive right in.
You're addicted to television, and you're not exactly Mr. Cold Turkey either. Remember that time you tried to give up candy?
I'll ask you one more time. Are you sure you didn't eat anything in my factory?
No.
A few moments later.
People can get addicted to anything. Fitness, exercise, the stuff that we worry about, alcohol, or even different foods.
Just asking.
What, are you calling me a liar?
No, I'm just saying.
Hey, shut up!
Violet, you're turning violet, Violet.
Violet, you're turning violet, Violet.
More often than not, if somebody starts swelling up after eating something, that's an allergic reaction, treated with an EpiPen, especially in that situation. There's other medications that we use, such as an H1 blocker, an H2 blocker, and a steroid.
Watch Stewie for a minute.
Sure.
And please keep a close eye on him. Remember what happened last time.
Stewie, get down before you hurt yourself.
Shut up! You're not my mother!
Good God, are you all right?
So very interesting, the skull itself isn't permanently shaped until we're older, like later teens, early 20s. Because of the suture lines, they're not totally fused until later. I don't know if anybody's seen, but there are like kids that wear those little Tron helmets. They're shaping helmets to allow the skull to reform into the more rounder shape.
The principal cut sex ed class to save money.
What? Well, that's crazy. Without sex ed, kids can wind up sexually confused.
Sexual education is definitely really important at the home or in school. It's really important to know the potential consequences of sexual relations, especially if you're young, so you understand what could happen, aka a baby or permanent viral illnesses.
Just look at Michael Jackson.
The kid in me likes the frosted side, but the grown-up in me likes the kid in me.
Okay.
I got a job following fat people around with a tuba.
That's so messed up.
I have a glandular problem.
He says he has a glandular problem. Majority of the time when people are discussing that, they're talking about their thyroid and being hypothyroid. Not having the normal amount of circulating thyroid hormone can cause weight gain and make it very difficult to lose weight.
You will die in a plane crash and be reincarnated as a prophylactic.
It comes back as a condom. A prophylactic in general is something to prevent a disease, an injury, or a problem from occurring. There are different prophylactic medications. You might have a prophylactic surgery, vaccines.
All right. No, not all right.
It was good in this scenario that they were using protection because it helped prevent the spread of sexually transmitted diseases.
If you're that hungry, go down to the dock and find Daddy, and we'll get dinner started.
You're not going to get dinner started. She's going to tell that sloppy old Spanish maid to do it. And she will, but only because she needs money to pay for medicine for her prematurely overweight son, Diabeto.
You can be born as a type 1 diabetic where you don't produce insulin and you need to have insulin versus somebody who is a type 2 diabetic where they basically over time actually burn out the cells that produce the insulin.
Mama, may I have cookie?
No, Diabito. Roll back to kitchen.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. A lot of stereotypes there, but you have to be careful giving too many sweets to the younger population because then we're setting them up for early diabetes.
God, we've got to get him to a hospital.
Don't worry, Brian, I'll save you.
Clearly, Brian's had way too much and needs a trip to the hospital. If you want to support your liver and hydration, you should definitely check out Poor Decisions by my company Life Happens to help you metabolize alcohol better, hydrate, and bounce back quicker. Check it out at lifehappens.com or on Amazon.
I'm good in a crisis. After all, I used to work the suicide hotline.
I just can't take it. I discovered my wife's been cheating on me for a while. I have to kill myself.
Doesn't it make more sense to kill her?
Oh, that is a thought some people would have in their head, but not the appropriate thought. We do have hotlines for people who are feeling anxious, depressed, or suicidal, or even homicidal, and have a conversation with somebody who's trained versus Peter.
We can't have a bat flying around the house. We gotta do something.
If there's a bat in the house, if you don't know how long it's been there, sometimes there's a concern about rabies. Bats can carry rabies, and you don't necessarily know if a bat has bitten you because their teeth are potentially really, really sharp.
Don't worry, Lois. I'll get rid of it. It'll be a piece of cake, just like my penis enhancement. I want it to hang down to my knees. They moved up my knees.
Trying to make your genitals larger, very hard to do. There are situations where you can actually have a penile transplant if there's a micropenis or other issues relating to it.
Be more careful next time.
I know, what a stupid injury, huh? I haven't been this embarrassed since I was a rookie firefighter.
Oh gosh, what happens?
Sorry, first day, still learning.
Peter has bandages to his head. In a lot of shows and movies, you see people with full bandages like that to their head. We don't typically put these on individuals long term. You gotta suture something up, glue it closed, or staple it shut on the scalp.
He suffered severe head trauma. So if you want to beat him in Mario Kart, this is your chance.
And the champ is dethroned.
He has some sort of traumatic brain injury. He might have a little bit of bruising to the brain. It might make him a little bit concussed or a little bit still out of it. Sometimes people can have head injuries where they have transient global amnesia. It's temporary, where they don't remember things.
Where am I? Until the Board of Health gives the okay, you're done.
Wow. I actually got the place shut down.
Toxoplasmosis is an infection caused by a parasite with a very similar name, having picketing in front of a window with cats, because cats can spread or transmit this parasite.
We've hardly done anything together since we made that fiber commercial and had to use code words for pooping. Just 2 spoonfuls a day to stay regular and active.
More coffee, Stewie?
Yes, please. Oh dear, that was a mistake.
Make sure if you're using fiber that you drink a lot of fluids and you have good bowel movements and get moving, meaning getting up, walking. At the hospital, if somebody is post-surgical, they've had surgery, we get them up moving so we get the bowels moving so they can get all that stool out of their body.
Wait, you mean you're about to be active? Currently active. Cut to the shot of them stirring the product into water.
Nurgle Max, take a massive comfort.
Oh God! Oh, there's regular on the carpet.
We have to provide this type of medication for individuals that are going to have a colonoscopy. It can cause cramping, and the cramping is related to the intestines peristalsing, as well as having some fluid dynamic changes within them as well to get all the liquid out.
I'm sick of being one-upped by Doug. Hurts. Hurts worse than a trip to the barber shop. Ah! Ah!
The barber, it's got the red and the white stripes. They used to do bloodletting back in the day. That's what part of their skill was. We see bleeding like this when a varicose vein is like ruptured open. It's a really intense pressurized stream, and it's just because of the back pressure.
Mom, my lips are too thin. Can I please get collagen injections?
Collagen used to be the more common injectable into the lips. They're different materials. It's hyaluronic acid. There's brands like Juvederm or Restylane. Those two end up lasting maybe 6 to 12 months versus the collagen injection, maybe 3 months, 6 months.
Meg, you don't need to change the way you look. You know, most of the world's problems stem from poor self-image.
It happens all the time in healthcare, in medicine. Somebody has a potential poor self-image and they may use substances, eat poorly, and a lot of these other issues stem from that, meaning poor control of chronic medical conditions because your self-image makes you not want to do things. It's messed up. Working out, lifting weights, it definitely is good for you. It releases your endorphins. So if you are feeling down or having a poor self-image and you need a boost or you want a boost, try working out, getting outside, or exercising. It actually could have significant and profound effect on your body, making you feel a lot better.
Don't take no for an answer, Chris. You're a Griffin, and a Griffin never knows when to stop. Clear.
Oh, interesting. You do not do defibrillation in the setting of somebody having a flatline. You do it only when you have VTAC or VFib. We don't have those paddles like that anymore in the emergency department. We have pads that stick on so nobody's actually holding. They stay in place.
Clear.
Oh,
You saved my life, Doctor.
Very rarely does anybody wake right up after a defibrillation because they're not really perfusing the brain very well. Even though you're trying to do that with CPR, it takes a little bit of time. These were quick, but they were funny. If you guys enjoyed this, definitely check out this playlist right here, binge watch everything. And as always, please make sure you subscribe, turn your bell notifications on, and hit that like button for me. Thank you so much for watching, and stay healthy, my friends.